We'll be now turning west on day 13. We'll leave the Dells and head down the Columbia River Gorge. Our first stop will be the Rowena Crest Viewpoint. We'll be driving mainly along Highway 30, which is the historic Columbia River Gorge Highway. It was built in 1914 to 1917. It's 130 miles long. There are 77 waterfalls along here, and we'll see Horsetail Falls, Oneonta Tunnel, Multnomah Falls, Bridal Veil Falls, Vista House, Crown Point, and then we'll be driving into Portland. In Portland, we'll stop at the Paul Bunyan Statue for a few pictures, and then drive around downtown for a while before heading to our hotel for the night. We'll be on and off the historic Columbia River Highway and I-84. Our GPS wants to take us down Highway 84, but I'd like to stay on the scenic byway. We'll be passing through the Dells on the way. We'll be climbing up a hill to the Rowena Crest Viewpoint. Just before we get to the viewpoint, there's a California mule deer to the right in the brush. We'll stop and take a look at it for a few minutes. Now we've arrived at the Rowena Crest Viewpoint, and it has a beautiful view over the Columbia River Gorge. This is the view looking east. That's the Interstate Highway 84 down there, and this is the Columbia River. We're on the Oregon side. The other side is Washington State. Not sure what the fishermen are fishing for, but there's a lot of them. Could be sturgeons or it could be salmon. Most likely salmon of some kind. And now it's time to head on west. into some more mule deer that are trying to cross the road. There goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Six, 7, 8. And there goes the 9th one. We soon see another California mule deer eating out in the field. As we said before, we're heading west on the historic route Oregon US 30. The next town we pass through is Mosier. Then the GPS gets us back on Interstate 84 for a while. As soon as we can, we get back on Highway 30 and continue that away. Now back on I-84 again. We kind of ended up at the end of the road. We finally decide we're just not going to follow the GPS. We get back on Highway 30 and we'll stay on it most of the rest of the time. There are 77 waterfalls on the Oregon side, and we're going to look at 3 of them. Our first one is Horsetail Falls. I guess they thought the rocks looked like the rear end of a horse with its tail hanging down. Horsetail Falls is 175 feet tall and flows year-round. Just a little further on down the road, we come to Oneonta Tunnel. It is 125 feet long. It's a wooden tunnel, and after a fire in this area in 2017, it was abandoned and the road was built around it, cutting off the cliff. But you can still go through the tunnel if you're walking. A couple of miles past the tunnel and we come to Multnomah Falls, our second waterfall for the day. We're real happy that we have the handicapped tag because we're able to park right across the street and just walk across the street rather than walk several miles. The lodge is now a restaurant and gift store, and we go in there first to buy a few gifts. And we find this little bear. I'm not fat, I'm fluffy. Reminds me of me. Right behind the lodge is where the waterfall is. This fall is the second highest year-round fall in the United States. It's 620 feet tall. The bridge was built here early out of wood, and this one replaced it in 1914 as concrete. Now we continue to head westward along Highway 30. Now last fall we'll stop and look at is Bridal Veil Falls. We're not able to see it from the road as they said we could, and so Deborah's going to take the trail to go and look at it, but there are two trails here. She's supposed to have taken this trail, but she gets disoriented and takes this trail instead and doesn't see the falls at all. Here's what it would have looked like if she got there. Now we head onward, westward still. We now come to Crown Point Vista House. It sits on a high ledge overlooking the gorge. This is a view of it from another one of the overlooks. The house was built here in the 1914s along with the road and is a visitor center and has a museum in the basement. And when we look over the river out there, they're windsurfing. There's a lot of wind in the gorge. And this is what it looks like west from here. And this is what it looks like east from here. This will be our last stop until we get into Portland. And so we continue to follow the scenic byway, Highway 30. Highway 30 finally comes to an end, and we get back on I-84 for the rest of the drive into Portland. Once we get into Portland, we head north and look at the 31-foot tall Paul Bunyan Statue on the corner. We have a few hours until we can check into our hotel, so we drive around downtown Portland. You can see their buses and tramways that they have for transportation here. The green areas on the road we're not supposed to be driving on. Those are for bicycles to ride in. One thing we did notice while we were around downtown Portland is the homeless situation. There are camps everywhere. Here's a tent right in front of this building. And here's another one over here on this corner. As we approach this corner, you can see dozens of tents on both sides. So people can camp just about anywhere they want to camp. And nobody can stop them. It's obviously a big problem for downtown areas. Here's a guy that has a grill for cooking. Here's some more tents on the left. Sometimes they block almost the entire sidewalk and you can't walk down it. Seems the homeless situation is very bad here. Here's more in the little park. And now it's time for us to finish looking around downtown and to head to our hotel for the night. We'll be staying in the Comfort Suites, Portland, Southwest. And now it's time to say goodbye to day 13.